woman in Denver called Steve on Your Side when she started getting pieces of mail delivered to her house addressed to some random business.
When she went to report that business to the Colorado Secretary of State, they told her it might take a year to investigate. 9 News consumer investigator Steve Steger found out the state has a backlog of shady LLCs to investigate.
3 pieces of mail turned Kristen Speth into a detective. Each envelope had her home address, but all were addressed to a business, an LLC that made her say, WTF.
I reached out to the other people in my household and was like, has anybody started a business here recently that nobody told me about?
None of her family had started Hanlid Limited. Kristen decided to figure out who did.
I did another search on the Secretary of State site for the person that started this business and noticed that they had started like 12 to 13 other businesses at that point in time using various addresses around the state of Colorado.
The registered agent for Hanlid Limited, Zongjing Hu, got pretty busy this spring, according to state records. They registered that LLC at Kristen's house on May 14th. A month before that, they registered Gabisley Limited at a house in Colorado Springs. Then on May 8th, Ferium Co. at a house in Fort Morgan. May 28th, Exinter Co. at a house in Fort Collins. Steve on Your Side found businesses registered by that agent at homes in Parker, Brighton, Lafayette, and Littleton, too. The folks who answered the phone at those addresses told us they'd gotten strange mail and had no clue what was going on.
It seems to be a little bit of an epidemic. You might get a piece of mail like this and go, oh, it's just junk mail, right? And not go do the search and actually register the complaint.
Kristen knew what to do. She filed a complaint with the Secretary of State's office and was blown away by the response she got.
When I received the email back saying that they would look into it, but don't reach out to us unless you haven't heard from us in a year.
What?
We're working on your issue. It could take months, but don't follow up with us unless it's been over a year.
A year?
Is that how long it's taking?
It's typically taking closer to 6 months.
Jack Todd speaks for the Secretary of State, the agency that investigates these complaints, and he says there are a lot of them.
And since we launched it in February of 2023, we've seen over 2,000 cases filed. 700 of those have been resolved completely at this time.
Why might someone do this? No one really knows.
A fraudulent business could try and pick up a line of credit. They could do things associated with the address and then not pay. You know, that kind of thing.
As these investigations drag on, those businesses that no one's ever heard of remain listed in good standing with the Secretary of State on their website.
We can't flag anything until the process has been completed.
Like Hanlid Limited.
So it feels like there's a giant hole in our system and we're left to kind of just pick up the pieces.
Kristen says she's left with no choice but to wait for the state and wonder why someone needed her home to build their business.
I would love to know really what's the end game here? Like, what are these people doing with these LLCs?
A bill at the state legislature will require registered agents for businesses in Colorado to hold a valid Colorado ID, but that doesn't take effect until next summer. That bill does send more resources to the Secretary of State to investigate, which could help with the backlog of cases there. If you're getting strange mail at your home or you have another consumer problem, send me an email. The address right there on your screen. I'm Steve Steger, Steve on Your Side, 9 News.